Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Mr. J. This is W.A.D. MTG. Well, I got a second real quick. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there on yesterday's Commander banning announcements. So I guess I'll start with Nadu. You know, everybody's got something to say about it so far, so figured I'd get my thoughts out there. Nadu I don't particularly agree with, but I don't have a problem with it. Now, we know why they banned Nadu, because originally he was supposed to be like Prophet of Crufix. He was supposed to have flash, and he was supposed to give all your creatures flash. And then he's supposed to have the same ability as he has, but it was only supposed to trigger once. And what they didn't have is they thought that'd be too powerful, and they didn't have time to play test it after they changed it before they shipped it. So they just shipped it, and it immediately became super dominant. It had I believe the largest turnaround rate or top 16 rate in cedh competitions. It was either the largest or the second largest. I think Blue Farm got knocked down to like third, but it had a very high conversion ratio to reach top 16. Nadu did, and it won several tournaments as well, so it did really, really well. I wanted to build it, so I'm a little upset about it because I wanted to build it, but at the same time, I hadn't built it yet, so I'm not, I don't really feel any type of way about it. It's just that it's got these really long, drawn out, like solitary style play patterns, so it just promotes, that solitary gameplay where you're sitting there taking a 45-minute turn. And then like cedh tournaments, for example, you only have like 80 minutes or something to win. So it kind of does suck the fun out of the table. But then again, cry about it, right? Like if you got a problem with Nadu, play casual. So while we're on that, if you got a problem with competitive stuff, play casual. That's basically what the rules committee did. They basically just said fuck cedh. They basically said, fuck y'all, and they drew a line in the sand. So now cedh, competitive players in the EDH circuit, they've got to basically make their own rules committee or make their own leagues where they have like no ban list commander or, their own ban list for their own rules committee. And then which actually would be sweet. I think that would be fucking sweet. Because then they can bring back all these cards that really don't need to be banned. Like, I see why Flash is banned and all this, there's a Coalition Victory and stuff like that's banned. The Power 9, I can understand why that stuff's banned. But like Primeval Titan, they don't need to be banned in cedh. It's a 6-drop, right? Mana Crypt and Jewel Lotus, let's touch on them real quick. Mana Crypt was not even a bad card. It was expensive, and it was hard to buy into. But people are pissed because Lost Caverns of Ixalan, right? So they just reprinted Mana Crypt. They had a multi-thousand, the highest grade Neon Ink was like $6,000 Mana Crypt. And they were stupid rare. Any of the Neon Ink ones, they started at like $1,200-1,300 or something, went up to like $4 or $5 grand, $6 grand for the Neon Ink Mana Crypts. So anybody that bought, spent hundreds or thousands of dollars to buy into those sets because they wanted the exclusive version of a Mana Crypt, fuck them, right? Fuck your player base. Fuck your most your best customers, your most loyal customers. Just fuck them. You already made your money, right? They already made their money. The other thing is there was some insider trading going on. You know who's in the rules committee? There's influencers and stuff in the rules committee. So they told all their friends. And if you go look at the finance news, there's other influencers or people with small channels who's covered this. You can see that there was a sell-off trend since July. So some of these people, out in California and the influencers and in those circles, they told all their friends. The people in the rules committee told all their friends, and they sold off all their sweet Mana Crypts or textured foil Jewel Lotus. That's like a $400 or $500 card for that textured foil Jewel Lotus. And mind you, that Jewel Lotus was made specifically for Commander, and it came out in Commander Legends, and then they just reprinted it, and it was the linchpin card to sell Commander Masters, which actually didn't do particularly well, even though I thought it was a powerhouse set. Love that set. It's very expensive, though. Way too expensive. And why do you think it was expensive? because of Jewel motherfucking Lotus. Banned. Sorry. Fuck y'all. It says, I heard some other people talk about it too, and I 100% agree with them. It's incentivizing not collecting expensive cards. So it's like, once we sell you the expensive card, once we get you to buy the set by using the expensive collectible card as the linchpin to get you to buy the set, then we're just going to ban it. We're just going to ban it. So we've already made our money, so fuck y'all. So basically what it boils down to is that the cedh players are going to have to, they're going to have to get their own rules committee and start their own official format. It's going to have to be a completely separate format from Casual Commander. Now, while we're on that subject, why I touch on that, the bans actually were great for casual gameplay. They were fantastic for casual gameplay. You can't, if you like the casual gameplay, which I like both. I play both. I play casual and cedh. So, if you like the more slow games, the more social setting and the casual gameplay environment, those bans were 100% great for that format. But you can't just not take cedh into consideration. 2 weeks or something later, after the rules committee came out and made an announcement that said they didn't give a shit about cedh, or they weren't trying to regulate cedh, and then they persist a couple weeks later by banning the most powerful fast mana cards, including Dockside Extortionist, which I haven't touched on yet. So on Dockside, when Dockside's concerned, great card. I'm gonna still pick up a couple copies of Dockside. It's down to about $20-25 or something like that now, from $85, $95, $100 some dollars. Dockside was. All the cards crashed. They all crashed. This isn't financial advice, but if you want the cards and you like to play really high power, I recommend that you buy a few copies of them. Just because I think cedh is going to do its own thing. So I do recommend that. But it's not financial advice. I'm going to get a couple Docksides, because I didn't have Dockside yet, but I did have several Mana Crypts and Jeweled Lotuses and Nadu, so I'm upset about it. But then with Dockside, like I said, there's a couple other cards that can replace Dockside. There's the Horde Dragon or whatever from the Sauron deck. I forget what its actual name is or whatever. Cavern Horde Dragon. It's like an 8 or 9 drop though, but it basically does the same thing. Or it's like, Dockside at home. And there's also the Sticker Goblin. The Sticker Goblin from the Infinity set is real similar as well. So if you missed out on Dockside and you want a Dockside, or you want to play something like Dockside in your casual games, pick those cards up, which they probably will be going up in price. But that's about it. That's about all I got to say for the newest EDH banning announcement. I think it was a stupid decision. I think a lot of players are pissed. I think a lot of collectors are pissed. And I think it's going to probably push a lot of people away from Magic again. And it's like we just started bringing back a more healthy play environment for the EDH community, and for cedh in particular is growing. And they just took a huge hit today, man. People took a huge hit. And then I guess last but not least, the game stores. Game stores took a massive hit. And I've grown up in game stores most of my life, so I feel for them. Any of the game stores that have 5-6 copies of Mana Crypt they were about to sell, no one's going to buy them now, unless you're looking to go buy them on discount, and they're going to sell them to discount just to try and recoup the loss that they just had. Their Dockside's $100 card, now it's $20, $25 card, lost 75% of its value. And Mana Crypt, I believe Mana Crypt is now selling for about $75 too, so it lost like $125 worth of its value. All right, y'all, that's about it for me. I'm out. I got to get back to work. Mr. J, W.A.D, MTG. Peace out.